Russian forces in southern Ukraine are adopting a new defensive strategy to deal with silent, updated versions of Ukraine's heavy-duty attack drones, according to the former head of Moscow's space agency. Kyiv has increased the range and stealth of its Baba Yaga drones. Dmitry Rogozin, the former chief of Roscosmos, acknowledged in a statement on Tuesday, as the race for drone supremacy rages on, more than 2 years into full-scale war in Ukraine. "We'll destroy them later, when we've studied their habits, routes, and tactics," Rogozin added in a post to messaging app Telegram. "The main thing is not to shoot down the drones, but to kill their operators by finding their hiding place." Russian forces detect the incoming UAVs using night vision cameras stationed around the edge of their positions, rather than listening for the drones' approaches, added Rogozin, who serves as a Moscow-installed official in Ukraine's annexed southern Zaporizhzhia region. The drones were inaudible, but clearly visible in the thermal imaging scopes at a distance of several kilometers, he said. Rogozin has previously branded the Baba Yaga drones as extremely dangerous for Russian troops, deployed in pairs alongside first-person view, FPV drones. The uncrewed aerial vehicle, UAV, is thought to be a modified agricultural drone, often designed as a quadcopter, hexacopter or octocopter, Samuel Bendet, of the US think tank CNA, told Newsweek earlier this month. Russia is attempting to build its own, equivalent drone, but does not currently have an analog to the Baba Yagas, Bendet said, adding, "Ukrainians are experts in flying these UAVs." Rogozin acknowledged Ukraine's advance in the drone technology, adding on Tuesday, "This is no longer a remodeling of an agrarian drone into a combat drone, but a separate type of heavy helicopter-type UAV with electric engines and a powerful battery to increase its range," he added. The more than 2 years of all-out war in Ukraine has spurred on rapid and often innovative drone development, with both Kyiv and Moscow constantly working to outcompete the other. Drones are used widely across the battlefield, many of which are designed to careen towards a target and explode, gather intelligence or guide artillery strikes. Mikhailo Fedorov, Kyiv's Minister of Digital Transformation, heading up Ukraine's drone efforts against Russia, told Newsweek in December that they work sometimes even more efficiently than artillery. The conflict has pushed speedy evolution in ground, airborne, and waterborne uncrewed vehicles. Moscow and Kyiv are thought to burn through hundreds of drones each day. Russian forces' losses of 4 kinds of equipment are about to hit notable milestones, according to the latest estimates by Ukraine. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry said on Thursday that, in the previous 24 hours, Russia had lost 14 armored fighting vehicles. This took the total number since the start of Vladimir Putin's full-scale invasion on February 24, 2022, to 13,942, only 58 shy of 14,000. Kyiv says these do not claim to be particularly accurate, although they do give an idea of the general order of losses, how many billions of dollars are left in the form of Russian scrap metal in the fields of Ukraine. Kyiv has been fighting with depleted ammunition as the Ukrainians await military assistance, worth over $60 billion that has just been passed by US Congress. Ukraine is expected to receive a new tranche of equipment within days. Other round numbers of losses loom for Russian forces, according to Kyiv, which said in its latest update that 57 cars and cisterns had been lost the previous day, taking the total over the course of the war to 15,949, or 51 short of 16,000. Ukraine has destroyed nearly 1,000 drones after downing 10 on Wednesday, to take the total number of destroyed unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, that have wreaked havoc on infrastructure in Ukraine to 9,449. Another milestone appears imminent, with 28 artillery systems taken out the previous day, putting the total number of Russian losses of this piece of equipment to 11,136, only 164 short of 12,000. Ukraine also said on Thursday that, over the previous day, Russia has suffered troop losses of 1,040, the first four-figure number since April 12. The latest figures put Moscow's troop losses over the course of the war at around 462,980, a tally that includes both dead and injured. Accurate troop losses are difficult to assess, and Ukraine's numbers are lower than other estimates. In February, the British Defense Ministry said Russian losses had numbered 350,000. Independent Russian media outlet Mediazona and BBC Russian reported on April 13 that at least 50,171 members of the Russian military had died in the war. Among them were 3,300 officers of the army and other security forces, and 390 had the rank of lieutenant colonel and above. This was based on publicly available information, such as obituaries, graves and inheritance cases, and was likely to be an underestimate. Mediazona said that more than 27,300 Russian soldiers died in the second year of combat, showing the human cost of the marginal gains made by Moscow as the Russians engaged in the so-called meat grinder strategy.
Огонь! Огонь! Огонь!
Принял.
Выстрел!